Hey, are you looking to buy your next home in Montgomery, Alabama? Well, today I'm going to talk about 13 things that you should probably know before making a move to Montgomery. So stick around, we'll get started right now. Hey, my name is Britt Dowling and I am a real estate agent here in the Montgomery area. And if I can do anything at all to help you, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Just shoot me a call, text, or email, and again, I would love to help. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you to subscribe, and if you think this video deserves it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or want to make any comments, just leave a comment down below. Okay, the first thing that you're going to want to know about Montgomery, Alabama before you make a move here is that the cost of living is about 13% lower than the national average. So that puts the median home price here at about $250,000. That's going to include groceries, utilities, just going out to eat. Everything that's included in cost of living, it's going to be about 13% lower than the national average. The second thing that you're going to want to know about Montgomery before you make a move here is the weather. It can be sometimes really miserable. So the South is known for its heat and humidity, and that's Montgomery in Alabama is no exception there. So usually the weather can get up into the 90s in the summertime. The winters are usually pretty mild, so about in the 30s or the 40s for the winter, but the humidity in the summertime can be pretty ridiculous. So it can sometimes get up to around 90% in the morning time. Now usually that does burn off in the afternoon, but the humidity added with the heat can be absolutely miserable. The good thing about that though is, like I said, the winters are very mild, 30s and 40s usually, and the winters are usually a little bit wetter than the summers. And we usually get on average about 52 inches of rain per year here in Montgomery. So again, the weather is something that you need to be prepared for. Make sure you have good air conditioning in your car. Obviously, most of the homes, if not all the homes here, have air conditioning. I hope you wouldn't buy a home without air conditioning. But the weather is the second thing that you probably want to be aware of here in Montgomery. So if you're watching this channel, chances are you are aware of number 3, and that is the military presence here. So we have Maxwell Air Force Base, Maxwell Gunner Air Force Base, annex of Maxwell, and then Danley Field. And so everything that goes along with the military, obviously the military jobs, the contractor and the GS jobs that go along with those. So we have a strong military presence here. We're very proud of that. All right, so the number 4 thing that you need to be aware of here in Montgomery is the job market. So the job market is pretty diverse. Most of the major employers here in Montgomery are the state of Alabama. Maxwell Air Force Base is a large employer here, obviously. The Baptist Healthcare System, which is a major hospital group here in the area, as well as I mentioned the state of Alabama, as well as Hyundai. Hyundai Motor, the plant here, the Hyundai plant is a big employer here in the Montgomery area. So, and also I want to mention that Meta actually just announced that they've already started construction of their data center that they're putting here in Montgomery. All right, the number 5 thing you want to know about Montgomery, Alabama before you move here is that the downtown area has seen a real revitalization in the past, probably 10 to 20 years. It's home to the Montgomery Biscuits, the Riverwalk Stadium where the Biscuits play. The whole alley entertainment district has really taken off with a lot of restaurants and bars and other entertainment opportunities in there. So it's a really great thing for the downtown part of Montgomery, and it has really added a lot to the downtown area, which honestly up until about a decade or about 20 years ago was really kind of dead, but it's really livened it back up. So the revitalization of downtown has really helped with that here in Montgomery. All right, the number 6 thing you want to know about Montgomery before you make a move here is the proximity to other cities, beaches, and the mountains. So the proximity to the major cities or the cities that we're close to are Atlanta, Birmingham, Huntsville. We're not that far from Nashville, not that far from the mountains of North Carolina or Tennessee. And then also the beautiful beaches of Gulf Shores, Alabama, the Panhandle of Florida. All of those are within 3 hours drive. The mountains up in Tennessee and North Carolina, usually about 5 hours away, but still something you can do in a weekend. So it's a great place to live where you don't have to pay the prices of those places, but you still get to experience and have those pretty close by. And the number 7 thing you want to know about Montgomery is the restaurant scene. So we have a lot of really good food here in Montgomery. A lot of the food is going to be Southern fare, may not be the healthiest food that you'll eat, but I promise you it's going to be good. So whether it's Dreamland Barbecue down in downtown Montgomery, that's a staple for downtown, or Ravello, which serves up Italian cuisine, a really, really, really nice restaurant. You don't even feel like you're in Montgomery at Ravello. And then Frenchie's, which is a new restaurant that my wife and I love a lot. And it's a French restaurant. It's a really small upscale restaurant over in Old Cloverdale. So the number 8 thing you want to know before you move to Montgomery is the public transport system. So as a city, we're pretty limited on public transportation. We're limited to the Montgomery Area Transit System. It's a series of buses, obviously, that run different routes throughout the city. So if public transportation is something that you're probably going to have to lean on, you may want to check out the MAT's website. I'll try to link it down below so that you have that handy for yourself. Okay, the number 9 thing that you're going to want to know about Montgomery, Alabama is the traffic and the commute time. So on average, the average commute here in Montgomery is only 18 minutes. Now, some might sound, to some that might sound like a lot, but I think to most people that's actually really good, because I've talked to a lot of clients who are coming from places and their drive time is an hour one way. And to be honest with you, I don't know what I would do if I had to drive an hour one way to get to work. I guess I'm pretty spoiled living here, but 18 minutes is the average. We have major interstates here, I-65 and I-85, and then a lot of other major roadways that lead into and out of the city to other major cities. So the traffic makes it really manageable, and it also makes it really attractive to a lot of people who, like I said, you may have to drive from one side of the city all the way to the opposite side of the city, and it really only takes you about 20 minutes to get there. All right, the number 10 thing you need to know before you make a move to Montgomery are we have a fair amount of outdoor activities, not as many as I would personally like, but we do have a fair amount of outdoor activities. So we have Blunt Cultural Park, where I'm at right now, which is right in the center of Montgomery. We have Lagoon Park, which has softball, tennis, golf, several other walking trails and biking trails. There's several mountain biking trails around the area. The Alabama River and the nearby Coosa River in Wetumpka offer a ton of outdoor activities for people wanting to do boating, fishing, anything like that on the water. So you have plenty of outdoor activities, not to mention the Montgomery Whitewater, which is a man-made whitewater facility, and it's a really, really fun experience. So if that's something that you're into, we have that as well. And that leads into number 11. It kind of ties into it. It's sports and recreation. So we do have, like I said earlier, the biscuits, the Montgomery biscuits. We have the Montgomery Whitewater. We are not far from Auburn University and not far from Tuscaloosa, which is where the University of Alabama is. So if you're a football fan and you like good football, both Auburn and Alabama, depending on the year, depending on who you talk to, have good teams so that you can, make a trip in the weekend and go watch a college football game. Or I'm sure you can find a lot of people wanting to watch the games at their house, and you can make friends with them as well. All right, the number 12 thing that you should know about Montgomery before you make a move here is the shopping. So we have, primarily you're gonna probably do a lot of your shopping at East Chase. East Chase has Target, it's got Costco, Dillard's, all sorts of other stores. I'll post a few videos of the stores, but a lot of your shopping is probably gonna be done out at East Chase. So other than that, we have several other little shopping centers around with different stores and restaurants. But like I said, most of your shopping is probably gonna be done at East Chase. And the number 13 thing, the last thing you probably should know about Montgomery before you make a move here is the economic development. As I mentioned earlier, we are home to a couple of Air Force bases, so that adds a lot of fuel to the fire for economic development. I mentioned also Meta is putting in their first data center here. So that's adding a lot, it's creating a lot of jobs. The Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce is also collaborating with some other businesses to have and host incubators for upcoming entrepreneurs and small business owners, as well as work share spaces. So economic development is something that Montgomery is focusing on and trying to make a priority here and to attract new businesses. All right, well, that does it for the 13 things that you should know about Montgomery before you make a move here. Again, my name is Britt Dowling, and if I can do anything at all to help in any way, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Just shoot me a call, text, or email, and I would love to help. Okay, we'll see you on the next one.